What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Hart, and today we have another NBA Slate breakdown for Draftkings 5-gamer. Let's get into it. Also, shout out to whoever subscribed last night. Hit my 7th subscriber. 2 days in a row I get a sub. Let's go. Huge. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Also, my audio should sound way better than the previous videos. I added some filters, so it should be sounding a lot more crispy. I still am sick, so gonna sound a little bit nasally and hard to understand at times, but should be good in another day or two. But yeah, shout out to the huge success, 2 subscribers back-to-back days. I'm gonna catch up to PewDiePie here in about 600 years. So let's go. Let's get into it. Follow me on Twitter, HeartDFS. You already know what to do. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment. Let's see who gets my first comment on my videos. And let's jump into it. Cleveland, Toronto. Cleveland side, Darius Garland looks fine, 9-7. No one really else on this side stands out to me. Moving on to Toronto. This is finally going to be a quick video. I've said it like 8 times in a row, but this is going to be a quick one. So, trying to bring up the energy as well. I know, stop being monotone, so saying so a lot. Pascal, 8-5. Love him in the spot. Love this price. Been playing great this year. Definitely going to see 50 fantasy points from him. Mark it down. Same with Van Fleet, 8-2. Same opinion I have with Van Fleet and Siakam. They're both going to do great. It's a great spot against Cleveland. Everyone else on this team don't really care about. Don't think you get to go to them. Moving on. Indiana. Actually, I'm going to add Pascal to the core. But Indiana, Memphis, Tyrese at top 8-9. Not bad. His price is a little expensive. He's been having some bad games recently. But if you go there, I don't mind it. I'd rather go to Brogdon, 7-4 though. Kind of has the same usage rate as Halliburton. They both really share it. And as we see, Brogdon's a good player. Like, he'll get you points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, whatever, you name it. He's able to get you into the 40s. We saw a 65er. I think Halliburton was out for this one. But, let's see. Was it 3-2? No, they both played. Yeah, so, he's huge upside even with Halliburton and low price. Rather go to Brogdon over Halliburton. But he had a great game last game. More of like that dart throw guy. Either he's going to get you 20 or 50. And, as we've seen both of them the past 2 games. Don't think you get to go there. Keep an eye on Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith. If they're both out, definitely opens up a lot more run to Brissett, 5-3. Decent point per minute guy. Same with Goga. He's actually been doing really well recently. 35, 47, 37. If I listen to myself, I'd make a lot of money because I always, the past few days, I've been right about the guys to play. And I haven't played them. I end up switching it up right before lock because of an injury. And, didn't cash the past 2 days. But if I would have listened to myself with Goga, would have got 37. So, got to listen to myself today. And with Lonzo Ball yesterday, really liked him. Didn't play him. Went off for like 50 or 60. So, got to listen to myself today and cash. But that does it for me on the Indiana side. Memphis side, Ja is questionable. So, if he plays, really takes out any interest I have in like Bane, Jackson. Obviously, Tyus Jones and DeAnthony Melton are not going to get that much run. With Ja back, they'll probably get 20s. Yeah, you could still take a shot on Tyus if he's getting 20 minutes, but he's going to be really limited with his upside. Don't think you get to do that. Would rather go to a guy like Alex Caruso on the Bulls at like 4-3, I think his price is. But if he's out, that means guys like Bane, who I played yesterday, got you 30.5 pretty well. Those guys are going to be back in play. Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't do that well yesterday, but does have some upside. Dillon Brooks is going to shoot the ball a ton, even with Giants. So if you want to take a dart throw, he's kind of like Buddy Hield, way less expensive though. So I'd rather you go to him over Buddy. And that really does it for me on this side. Moving on to Washington, Milwaukee. Really like Porzingis in the spot, 8-4. Kuzma's out. I'm going to treat it just like the Dallas situation where if Luke goes out, Porzingis had massive games. He had all the usage. So I think it's going to be the same in Washington. They really like Porzingis down there, so 8-4, lock him in. Caldwell Pope, 5-4, don't think he could do it. Yeah. Denny and Rui, I do like them. We got to keep an eye out on the starting five. But as we can see, Denny will get you close to 25, maybe even 30 if he's playing okay minutes. Can still get you there even if he's not scoring the ball well, because he does get a good amount of rebounds, some assists. Can get you a steal or two. So not bad at 4-7. I'd rather take the shot on Rui. Better scorer, can get you the rebounds. Won't get you as many as steals, but can still get you one. So at 4-5, don't mind him in the spot. They're going to need some people to step up and score. And so I do like Rui. What to keep an eye out on the starting, five, because if Gafford gets to start, he'll probably play maybe 15 to 20. Good point per minute guy, but then you could look to, let's see, Ish, NATO, Sato. Yeah, so they're running a small rotation with the guards of Ish, Sato, and Ish, NATO, and Sato. I know NATO got the start. Got 26 minutes, didn't shoot the ball well at all. Still got you close to 30 fantasy points. So if he starts again, I do like him at, 3-8. I think there's a chance, though, that Ish Smith, does take some time, especially if Reynolds not shooting the ball well. And Sato, excuse me. Sato's been getting a little bit more run recently, not playing well, but it's kind of a carousel of those three guards. Obviously, take the dart throw on NATO if he gets to start again, but really like Porzingis on the side and Rui. Milwaukee side, I recorded this video like 5 minutes ago, and it didn't record right, so I had to redo it, and Giannis is now out. So that's huge news because he's in, within the past 5 minutes. Middleton's out, so that makes Drew Holiday, 8K. It looks like a fantastic play. Same with Bobby. He'll probably get the start at 6'5". He's going to shoot the ball a ton more. With Brook Lopez coming back, Bobby's really kind of come down to earth. But now with Giannis out, really like Bobby. They'll probably have Drew, Bobby, Brook, 4-3. He'll play a little bit more. I think you can expect 25 minutes. Not much more. Decent price, though. He can get you blocks, rebounds, assists. I don't mind if you go there at 4-3, but I don't think he could do it. Rather go to Drew, Bobby. Pat Connaughton might get more run. He's been playing really well. I don't think he did chase that, but they're going to need guys to step up and score. And I think a guy like Jordan Nwora, who did fill in when guys like Giannis, Middleton were out. He does have high upside. He's a good scorer. As we can see from these games, played into 40 minutes, shot the ball well, got you 49 fantasy points. So 3-2, keep an eye out on the starting five. But if, he's in, definitely lock in Jordan Nwora. He'll be even popular, even if he's not in the starting five, because he'll have to come off the bench. He's a good scorer. So like that so far. Moving on to Chicago, New Orleans. Keep an eye out on the DeRozan, Zach news, because they're both out. I like Vooch in the spot at 7-9, but I'd rather get to the guards like Caruso, DeSumo, and Kobe White. Those guys are going to have to chuck the ball, especially Kobe. And at 4-2, it's a great price for them. But if both guys are in or one of them's in, I'd rather go to the guy who's in. And then still go to a guy like Caruso. 4-6, hasn't been playing well, but still going to get you, around 30 minutes. If he does shoot the ball well, then that's just an added bonus. He can get you 25, maybe close to 30 fantasy points. And at 4-6, that's not bad. That really does it for me on the Chicago side. My favorite play of the day is Jonas. Vooch can't guard. Jonas has been on a little bit of a heater. 61, 50, 54 recently. I think it's going to be easily like a 30 and 15 game for Jonas. Maybe I'm jinxing myself, but I love Jonas in this spot. Brandon Ingram might be back. He hasn't played in like 2.5 weeks, so 8K is a good price for him. He was playing really well, but I think he might be a little bit rusty. Keep an eye on that. He's doubtful, so it looks like he won't play. So it doesn't make a guy like CJ at the top, 9-1 viable. I'd rather go to the Bulls guys for lower prices, same usage, same ceiling as CJ. Don't think you to do it. Devontae Graham, don't go there. Just don't. He's been terrible ever since he got that contract and got traded. Herb Jones is still reliable. He'll probably get 30 minutes on average. As you can see, he's a decent player, 5'7". And is Najee getting run? A little bit. I'd rather go to Herb Jones. And that really does it for me on that side. It's just mostly Jonas at the top. I think it's a fantastic matchup against Vooch for him. Bulls have been bad at defense all year, and they've been, bad recently, losing games. So really like J-Val. Phoenix side, Chris Paul is questionable, so that's huge news to keep an eye on. Because if he's back, Devontae Booker. Going to have a lot less usage. We're going to see him back into like the mid 8K range where he was with Booker or with Paul. If he's out, Devin Booker 9-3 is still a great play. DeAndre had an amazing game last game. 61.5 fantasy points. Jeez. Not the best spot for him guarding Jokic, but I don't mind him at 7-2. And if you want to take a dart throw on any one of the wings, you can. It seems like always one of them has like a random good game. I'd say maybe take it on Jay because he's the cheapest, or Torrey Craig. But with Chris Paul coming back, it kind of changes the whole offense. He's the point guard. Gonna have a ton of usage opportunities for him. I think kind of takes out any usage for guys like Bridges, Jay, and Craig. I just think there's going to be a lot less opportunities for them just to chuck the ball, which they have been doing recently, just because Chris Paul's going to have the ball in his hands more, a lot more pick and roll with DeAndre setting people up. So not like a huge usage decrease for those guys. It's not like they had a huge one anyways to begin with. Maybe Miles did, but yeah, I don't really think you have to go to any of those guys. On this side, I'd rather go to a guy like Jokic to the top 11-4. You think he's in the great spot. I'd probably lock him in. Actually, I don't think you have to, because right now you can get in 4 guys 8K or above. So if you want to go to Jokic, you can. He'll be pretty popular just because Giannis is out, and so there's not a lot of high-owned guys to pay for. But love him in the spot. I do really like Will Barton, Monte Morris. Will had a brutal game. Didn't shoot the ball at all. Got you 20 fantasy points. Monte Morris did well, though. 31 minutes, 27, 75. I do like him again in the spot, 4-6, cheap price for Monte Morris. So I'd say play him. You're going to want a little bit of action from this game, and I do like him in that spot. And that really does it for me on this side. Don't really like anyone else besides Monte, Barton, and Jokic. I know Bones has been getting some run. Been playing well, shooting the ball well, but, 35, 20, 18. It looks like it's coming down a bit. So don't think you have to go there. Just rather go to the guys I mentioned. And that does it for me today, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It should be a quick one. Yeah, 13, 14 minutes. So not terrible. Got to work on getting those down a little bit more. But just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you. Shout out to my 7th subscriber and my 6th one. Let's make it 8. Let's get one more. Make it 3 days in a row of getting a sub. That'd be huge. Maybe someone will leave the first comment on my videos. Maybe. We'll see. But thank you guys again. I'll have that NFL All-Day Premium Pack opening coming out probably today, maybe tomorrow. I've been kind of waiting for there to be a little less games to release it. I don't know why, but we'll see. I'll release it one of these days. But thank you guys again, and stay tuned for another breakdown tomorrow. See you guys.